So yeah, I do like the flight sim type games. Like and there's one that I've been playing, like Elite Dangerous, for a while. It's a pretty good one, but there's another one. And I just got a new flight stick. I just got a new throttle because I wanted something a little bit nicer to play with, you know, because I get to fly through space. It's a nice little escapism. This other game, it's one of the only like prominent games for flight sim stuff, is called Star Citizen. And I use the term game very lightly because, Tara, this game has cost $1 billion.
Why?
And it has been in development for 12 years.
Why?
And it is still in alpha. It hasn't even gotten to beta yet. But a few years ago,
they could have just opened a flight school by now.
A couple years ago, someone gave me a starter thing for the game. You know, Pat, you go and play. Here's a ship, all the stuff. So I'm like, I've got a new stick. I've got a new throttle. Let me just check out what Star Citizen is like lately. And it's like a full simulation. You know, you can walk around, you can pick up guns and stuff, and then you get in your ship and you can fly around, all that sort of stuff.
What do you do besides fly?
You bounty
I don't understand how a flight simulator is a game.
Okay, so you bounty hunt and you go out and you chase pirates. And
okay, so you do other stuff.
Yeah, and you mine materials and you build stuff with that, and then you sell it, and just you also go and salvage ships, and you go on missions. And yeah, but with flight sim.
Okay.
All right, and now you have a point of reference here. Okay, in World of Warcraft, let's say you want to drink something in the game. You want to drink a bottle of water. You open your inventory. You take the bottle of water, you put it on your hot bar, you push the button. Done. You drank a bottle of water. In Star Citizen, to drink a bottle of water, just drink a bottle of water. And because it's like, it's one of those games where it's got survival elements, so you have to eat and drink in the game. First, you have to open your inventory every time. Then you have to find the bottle of water. You have to right-click on the bottle of water. You have to equip the bottle of water to put the bottle of water in your hand. Then you have to hit the button to drink. Wait, you can't because you forgot to take off your helmet. So you have to hit Alt-H to take off your helmet. Then you drink the bottle of water. It's fully animated the entire time. Then you have to put the bottle of water down because it's empty now. Oh, wait, you accidentally put it back in your inventory. Great. Now you have an empty bottle of water in your inventory taking up space. How the f*** I get rid of this empty bottle of water? It is so dumb, Tara.
If you forget to take your helmet off, does the animation like hilariously splash water all over your helmet?
It does not. You can't do anything. It's very frustrating because you're sitting there like, I've got a bottle of water in my hand. Why can't I drink it? What the f? And it doesn't give you any messages. It's like, take off your helmet, idiot. And you don't even know. You don't even know.
It's an ADHD simulator.
Tara, it's best way I've described it.
Why can't I drink it?
The best way to describe Star Citizen is what if Linux was a video game? Is how I describe it to people.
It sounds like the old games they used to have us play in school on like the Commodore 64. Where like children, you don't know this. There was a time when computers did not have a mouse. Everything was on the clicky-clacky keyboard.
They had joysticks.
There was no mouse.
They had joysticks. Commodore 64 had a joystick.
So everything was a type command. And like, I was in the gifted and talented program, which sometimes was just play weird video games for an hour because nobody wants to deal with you.
Tutsi.
And it was up arrow, down arrow, slash, type the command, pick up the thing. That's what Tara, it sounds like.
You have died of cholera.
Yeah. I miss Oregon Trail, though.
Never ford the river. Never, ever ford the
river is always going to be too deep to ford, people.
Never ford the river. All right. Well, let's get on to the news this week. And our first story is going to make you mad. Like, holy shit, you're going to be mad. I can already know. Each week, Catherine, the Radio Dead Air audience, go out on the worldwide interwebs, find all sorts of horrible stuff, bring it back here for a little segment we like to call What the Fuck is Wrong with You? This first one comes to us from Bangkok, which is always fun to say. A man has been arrested after he was caught climbing into the enclosure of MOO, the adorable pygmy hippo, who has become a social media sensation. Yes,
you leave MOO alone.
Thai man allegedly entered the enclosure on Tuesday evening while a keeper was away and no other visitors were around. Security footage widely shared online shows a man wearing a black beanie, sunglasses, a green tank top, and brown shorts approaching MOO and her mother, Jonah, while holding a tablet, apparently recording or taking pictures. The man remained inside the enclosure for a minute or two before staff noticed him, adding that he did not attempt to flee while the zoo called for police. Brother.
See, now you're lucky, because the pygmy hippos are the much less scary ones. They only get to be about the size of a large dog. They do not have the giant tusks. They're much less murdery.
Are they not still hippos, though? Will they not still murder you?
No, they're very small.
But they will not murder you.
The biggest ones are like the size of a golden retriever. They're not big or strong enough to really murder you.
Police have initially charged the man with trespassing, but investigation is still ongoing. Zoo intends to pursue all available legal action. What the fuck did you think was going to happen here, bruh?
Just leave MOO alone. She's just a baby. She's like a Disney kid. She's not ready for this level of stardom.
In case you haven't, you need a reminder. There she is. There's MOO. The baby.
I have MOO earrings. They're big. They're very cute. But I wouldn't jump in her enclosure because that's rude.
So, okay, if there is anything on earth that could get all of us up in arms, and I mean all of us, I mean most of the entire species up in arms, it's fucking with this.
Yes.
We don't get many incredibly cute things in the world that everybody goes, that's just so fucking cute, man.
And listen, I too would love to hug a hippo. I would. I went to an after-hours paint party at the zoo with the hippos, and it was really hard to not just reach out and pet the snout, to boop the snoot.
Because you would have brought back a bloody stump.
Probably.
Yeah.
There's a place in Kansas with like a baby pygmy hippo that's gotten famous, and like they let you go in and cuddle them. And that's super duper unethical. It's like a Tiger King type place. Like they call themselves a zoo, but and like you can go in. So like that's how not dangerous pygmy hippos are. Like they'll let you hang out with them, but that doesn't mean you should do it, especially not without permission.
Leave it alone.
Leave MOO alone.
Like they are going. This is the biggest fucking moneymaker for the entire zoo. You're not just going to get the book thrown at you. You're going to get the library.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. New York City for the next one. You know what? Kids these days, they just don't want to put in the effort. Nobody wants to work anymore. Man tried to rob 6 banks in 5 days and made off with just $605. Now you're sitting there going, buddy. Wait, he's going to all these banks. How is he only making... Wait for it. Man who went through the effort of robbing 6 New York banks in 5 days made off with a grand total of $605. Gustavo de Jesus Torres, 33, began his disappointing crime spree late last week when he walked into a branch of Chase and handed the teller a note stating that people would get hurt if they did not hand over money. The note did not suggest that Torres was armed. Just an hour later, he tried the same stunt again at another New York Chase branch. The following day, he used the technique twice more again at Chase branches. After having 2 days off, he targeted 2 more of the financial giant's locations. During 2 of his attempts, Torres' technique was mildly fruitful, leaving the premise with $320 from a branch in Jackson Heights, Queens, and $265 from a branch in Nostrand Avenue. During his robbery of a bank on West 125th Street, he emerged with $20.
That's almost worse, because that's like insulting. That's like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess I'll give you like $300. That's the best I can do. You're in a bank. Like, that's almost worse than giving you nothing, because it's insulting.
I love the lady gave him a 20. He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
and he's like,
that's
okay.
Like pity.
20, a fucking 20. Bruh, you got to put in the work. You got to be intimidating. You got to make them think. They have to know the fear. That's how you get the money.
Yeah.
You could have literally
walk up and be like, hey, I want money.
You could have literally made more money just shoveling snow for one day because they were paying $30 an hour for that shit. Like, fuck's sake, bruh.
Like, at least have a fake knife or something.
Here's the thing, though. Records suggest he may have honed his low-key bank robberies techniques in the past. As a 2021 news report reveals, a man with the same name, then age 29, was arrested by police at Newark, New Jersey, after he robbed a branch of Chase Bank, reportedly handing a teller a note which read, "I'm heavily armed, don't make a scene." During this incident, the suspect walked off with $6,000, which was never recovered, but Torres was charged with first-degree robbery. It's unclear what happened following this charge. It's like, you ever go out walk a dog and they're like, they find like half a cheeseburger next to a bush, like just randomly, and they eat the cheeseburger. And then every day when you go back by that space, they keep expecting the cheeseburger to be there.
Like it's a spawn point.
Even though it never is there again. There was one day there was half a cheeseburger and then never again. But the tail starts a wagging. That's the same thing here.
I want to know what his problem is with Chase specifically. Because I can promise you that at any of the locations he went to, there are going to be 3 other banks on the same street. But he only hit Chase.
You know what it is? He saw all those commercials. What's in your wallet?
But that's not Chase. That's Capital One.
That's Capital One. I thought Capital One was Chase.
Is it? I don't think so. I don't know. Everybody owns everybody. We're going to be 5 years from now. It's all just going to be one big fucking corporation. Disney's going to own everything, and our passports are going to be Disney, and that's how it's going to be.
It's going to be one big company called "Fuck You, Give Me Money."
There's a book called Jennifer Government. I read it probably like 10 years ago, and it's basically like the world is now run by corporations, and your last name is the company you work for, and like your status in society is dependent on how big of a company you work for. So like if you're self-employed, you're basically a nobody because you don't have, like if your last name is Nike, that's a big fucking deal, and you're somebody.
It sounds implausible, but every day things keep getting dumber.
I know. I think about that book a lot because it's a pretty decent book, but it seemed really implausible. And now I'm like,
All right, next one. This is from Chesterfield County, South Carolina. On the one hand, you have to admire the moxie, the chutzpah, the huevos of this gentleman. On the other, that's all he was packing because his brain wasn't doing too much work.
RDA will be owned by Disney in 20 years. Man, the money we could make. Would that make us part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, technically, for a while after Blip was purchased by Disney, I was getting my paychecks from Disney, so I was a Disney princess for a little while. My paychecks had Disney on them. It was.
If it means anyway. I get to tell people we're Avengers, then I'm in.
Focus.
Okay.
Inmate told judge to keep the change during bond hearing, but judge says he couldn't. What? Started as a bond hearing for one inmate, quickly led to him staying in jail and facing new charges. Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office in South Carolina said the incident happened Monday. Officials say Patrick's Alexander, and that is a beard, my friend. Holy shit. That's a lot going on there. That's a forest. It's like one of those, it's got Spanish moss on your face. What the fuck?
Okay, Radagast.
After receiving his personal belongings, Alexander reportedly pulled out a wad of cash, sorted through it, handed the judge $300 bills totaling $300, telling the judge to, quote, keep the change. Instead of accepting the money, the judge noticed something was off and stated he could not keep the change. Authorities say the bills appeared to have an unusual color. When the judge looked closer, he reportedly saw Chinese writing on the back of the cash. A detention officer then used a counterfeit detection pen, which indicated the bills were fake. Alexander was informed the money was counterfeit. Judge instructed the cash be held as evidence. As a result, Alexander now faces charges of forgery related to counterfeit money. Officials say a warrant was obtained and served while he remained in custody. You dumb motherfucker.
You tried to pay your bond with counterfeit bills?
Yeah, and not only that, you tried to pull a keep the change. Like, motherfucker.
Yeah, you were cocky about it. Like, you tossed 3 bills at the judge, and we're like, there you go.
Yeah, you keep that 50. It's a tip. But did you not think people would realize it's got American money don't have Chinese writing on it?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Probably Russian first, honestly.
Did you not realize that shit was going to be fucking idiot?
At your criminal proceeding. Like, I think bail and bond laws obviously are not generally fair to people.
Right.
You know, I understand that's a system that's a problem and you want to stick it to that system. This is not how you do it.
There's this bit on The Wire I watched years and years ago. A couple of the junkies give one of the dealers fake 20. And the dealer takes it to the guy who's step up on the rung to him. And the guy looked at it, he goes, does this look like money to you? Money be green.
Oh, no.
How did you not realize it was not the right
Nash and Tara being Avengers is why Thor is crying.
That's possible.
Because he feels inadequate next to me, probably. Probably.
So we have this next one, and I'm torn here between dogs are good and all cops are bastards. I'm torn on this one.
Top dogs are good. Dog cops are good.
Well, this one is a freelancer, and that's a problem. It's a little weird. Dog digs up possible link to notorious 19th century Devon murder case.
Oh, well, that dog's not a cop. He's just Angela Lansbury.
He's meddling kids. Owners of Labrador say the bottle may be connected to poisoning that led to one of England's last public hangings. And in Devon believes his beloved dog has dug up a key piece of evidence in his back garden connected to a notorious Victorian murder case. Paul Phillips, 49, told reporters his Labrador, Stanley, recovered a blue glass bottle with the words "not to be taken" written on the side from their home in Clisthoniton. Honiton? Yeah.
What
Hobbiton?
the fuck
What?
are British people doing naming places? Cliftonton. That sounds made up.
The discovery brought to mind an article he had read about the murder by poisoning of William Ashford by his wife, Mary Ann Ashford, in 1865. Mary Ann was reportedly hanged in Exeter in front of 20,000 people, and her execution was so bungled, she took minutes to die, that it's said to have turned people off the very idea of public execution and set in motion events that would end public hangings in England. Phillips told Devon Live, I thought it was really interesting and beautiful thing. I cleaned it up and remembered something about the murder. Searched the internet, came up, Mary Ann's hanging. I can't say why it was buried here, and a bottle like this would have been very useful for various different things. What possible reason would they have had to bury it? It could have been the bottle she used. It's even better. Phillips said Stanley repeatedly returned to the same spot in the garden, and despite regularly repairing the damage, Stanley would come back time and again. The dog knows some shit.
Stanley might be Mr. What is it, Ashford reincarnate. He's like,
dog knows some shit.
Hey, look.
Like
column bone.
Phillips side newspaper accounts say that alleged Mary Ann Ashford had been having an affair with a man 22 years younger than her. She was accused of plotting to kill her husband to steal his inheritance and start a new life. She's convicted of murder by arsenic poison of her husband.
So, like, they haven't proven anything. This guy's dog just dug up a cool-looking bottle and he wrote some fanfic.
But you gotta admit,
and he got his fanfic into the Guardian.
This would, I mean, if this was Murder, She Wrote, this would put someone in jail.
Yeah.
This would straight up, somebody be fucked. Also, I love how Stanley's just like, I found some shit here. There's more shit to find. He's like Geraldo with fucking Al Capone's safe.
Yeah, but there wasn't anything to find there. Geraldo didn't find shit. Stanley at least got something.
Well, this guy found stuff and he probably shouldn't have. This next one is from Texas. Holy fuck. I don't even know where to begin with this motherfucker. Now, look, I know cops kind of suck. Cops suck. And we have problems. Especially feds. Feds are not great. But there's a way to deal with it. And there's certainly a way not to deal with it. I got more. Man films himself throwing bucket of human bones over fence at FBI office to summon agents after stealing remains from mausoleum.
Oh, okay. So we know where he got them at least.
Yeah, he didn't kill somebody, but Texas man allegedly threw a bucket of human bones over the fence at the FBI field office in Dallas in order to summon federal agents after stealing remains from a mausoleum and then posted it to YouTube.
What were you trying to summon them for?
Michael Chadwick Fry is facing 2 counts of abuse of a corpse and 1 count of tampering with evidence with intent to impair a human corpse. Investigation began when Fry's mother called police on Monday when he went to her house in Bartonville, which is roughly 30 miles northwest of Dallas, and requested money for a U-Haul because he said he, quote, had a body that needed to be moved. Tara, could you have gone to your mom and said, Mom, could you spot me a hundo? I need to go get a U-Haul because I got to move a body.
My mom, no. My dad, maybe.
I think your dad would have been like, are you sure? I'll drive you.
Yeah.
It's no problem. I got you.
If it was like, you know, my boyfriend was rude to me, so I had to kill him, my dad would be like, fuck that. I'll bury him right in the backyard here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't strain your back. I got this.
Yeah.
According to an arrest warrant obtained by local Fox affiliate KDFW, Fry, quote, became irate and left before cops arrived. Shortly thereafter, investigators received credible information from FBI special agents indicating Fry had thrown a bucket containing human bones over the fence of the FBI Dallas field office. Fry allegedly made it rather easy for cops to discover his actions. He allegedly shot a video and posted on YouTube on a channel dubbed Fry and Berto News, where we reveal mass killers. The 4.5 minute video is titled, "We send Elizabeth over the fence to summon over the FBI fence to summon them by force." He spoke with a person eyeing a window outside the FBI office to seek a, quote, status check on an investigation about what happened to me and my dead family and friends.
What?
What? Person behind the window gave him a website and phone number where he could submit digital evidence and tips. Fry seemed dissatisfied and walked away. So there you have it. Stay tuned. We're about to throw some human remains over the fence and force the investigation because I can't seem to get anyone to do their job, said Fry, who was wearing a T-shirt with a news article emblazoned on the front titled, "Driver shot by Denton County deputy during traffic stop dies." Fry opened the trunk of his car where he pulled out a bucket that contained the alleged remains, walked over the fence, and hurled it over before returning to his car. There's more videos coming. We're going to take bones all over the place. I got more. He then asked people to like the video and subscribe to his channel. Bruh.
So,
Bruh.
So someone he knows
got shot
killed by the
cops, right?
And didn't get the investigation he wanted. Valid. But the way he dealt with that was stealing her remains.
Someone else completely random. Nobody involved in this, just a random body.
Well, how does that help anything?
Exactly. Investigators reportedly found that Fry searched for 3 cemeteries in Texas and Oklahoma on the GPS in his mother's car. You were using your mom's car for this shit, bruh. What the fuck?
So you're just desecrating random graves.
Right.
And throwing their remains at the FBI.
Right.
In hopes that they will investigate one specific crime.
By committing way more crimes.
Boy, you're going to be haunted as fuck.
No shit.
You're going to call the Winchesters for help. You're going to tell them what happened. And Dean Winchester's going to be like, fuck you. You're on your own, bro.
The fucking fuck, man. Look, again, fuck the police, right? Right. But this is, what the hell? Bruh. What the fuck? Was the idea is like, well, they get upset about dead people, so I'll make them upset with dead. It's not like fucking like a summoning ritual, bro. You don't need like the right reagents and shit. Fucking hell.
And like the poor families of the people whose graves you've now desecrated. Like, you're upset about your deceased family member. Completely understandable.
Oh, my God.
You're now just passing that hurt on to other people.
Reality Breaker in the channel says the YouTube channel and video are still up in case anyone is curious. Jesus Christ. Now, hold on. The shit I have had to clamp down on this silly-ass channel over the years. And this motherfucker's digging up bodies, throwing them at the FBI, and YouTube's like, monetize that shit. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I got a strike on TikTok for telling a man to shut the fuck up. That's all I said. Shut the fuck up. I got a strike on my account. But I could be digging up bodies, I guess.
We got one more tonight. This is from New York State, and there's being bad at your job, and there's being bad at your fucking job. Wow, this guy. Reckless and ignorant truck driver charged after hitting over a dozen overpasses on the New York State Thruway. Charges have been filed against a truck driver for striking multiple overpasses on the New York State Thruway. Shortly before 2 p.m. on March 18, 2026, troopers responded to a New York Thruway Authority report of overpass strikes caused by a commercial truck hauling an overheight excavator on a flatbed trailer. Troopers located the suspect vehicle, performed a traffic stop. The truck driver is identified as Alexander Tarakanovsky, 38, of North Carolina. Investigators determined that the overheight load had struck more than a dozen overpasses along a 60-mile stretch of the New York State Thruway. No injuries were reported. Troopers say the overpass sustained mild to moderate damage, and the crews are inspecting for structural damage. He was charged with reckless endangerment.
Did you just not notice?
Like, did you drive under the overpass and be like, bam, what the fuck? And like, wow, that's an odd noise. And the whole truck shook. Weird. I didn't know it was earthquake season.
There is no earthquake season on the New York State Thruway, by the way. That's not a thing out there. Did you just...
And there's the picture of the...
Did you just not notice? Did you just not care? Did you think they weren't going to ask when you delivered that excavator why it was busted as fuck?
Like, that's not really going to be much of an excavator anymore, my dude.
No.
Because from the look of it, it was hitting the arm, the joint of the arm where it was bam. What the
And I have to, like, the New York State Thruway, the more rural into New York you get, the more that shit is Mad Max. Like, the New York State Thruway can be fucking terrifying. Once you get past, like, Albany, which is the last, like, city, it's fucking Mad Max with rest stops. There's a lot of rest stops. In between, holy shit. So, like, he was probably going real fucking fast, too.
River Owl says, dang, these are some big bugs I'm hitting.
Yeah.
Like, how over a dozen overpasses.
Yeah.
Like, after the second one, my ass would be like, wait a minute.
That's what, like, did he not notice or did he just not care?
How loud was your music, bruh?
You know, I have failed to notice my car making a funny sound because I listen to my music real loud.
Like, what, you have your Wicked soundtrack all the way up? You were defying gravity and shit?
Okay, that's a good song, first of all. But I listen to a great variety of music, actually. I was rolling down a street, sitting on and off traffic through, like, kind of a sketchy part of Denver. And I am very white. Mm-hmm. And I'm at the red light, surrounded by cars. And I realized that I have Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us blaring so loud that my rearview mirror is vibrating. And I am the whitest bitch in America, probably. And I was just like, well, yep, that's what it is. That's what we're doing. I'm not going to be the guy from Office Space and turn it down. Fuck no.
Maybe he had, like, fucking This American Life, goddamn Ira Glass up at like 11. Oh, fucking hell. Dude. And yeah, it doesn't take much to really fuck those things up. I mean, they're solid, they're concrete and whatnot, but they're not
made for combat.
Yes, exactly. They're not battle ready.
You're out of a job, sir.
Yeah, what have we learned this week? We've learned that maybe after the second time your truck really, really shakes really hard, it's time to pull over and check some shit.
Maybe professional driving is not the career for you.
Right? Like, because this is you're not good at it. You're really not good at it.
Mm-mm.
We have learned the FBI cannot be summoned with a ritual. Okay.
And even so, if you're going to do a spell with bones, that's not how.
Yeah, you need to put more points into necromancy, dude. Like, get up to advanced and then pick up some rituals and see, we have learned that dogs can be narcs, even many, many years later.
Cozy British detectives.
We have learned if you are paying your bail with counterfeit bills, don't get snarky about that shit. That's just going to make it worse.
Just keep your head down and run.
We have learned if you are not getting enough in a bank robbery to have to report on your taxes, it's not fucking worth it, bruh.
Yeah. And you visited several boroughs. For that amount of effort, you could have just gotten some day labor.
I'm willing to bet that one lady reached in her own pocket. It's like, if I give you $20, will you go away?
Will you just fuck off? It's New York, so she was probably like, here's $20, fuck off.
And finally, leave Mudang alone.
Leave Mudang alone. Mudang doesn't need your shit.
Like, you just, if you want to raise the ire of all of us, we are all having a very hard time, okay? Let us look at, do not fuck with that little pygmy hippo. God damn it. Because we will find you.